Everyone, 30 and welcome back to another episode of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, the Royal Navy campaign. Last episode, we went through some designs. And again, next few episodes, I want to focus on designs. We're mid-1930s, and we're almost mid-1930s. We still have theoretically another 15 years of the campaign. Um, and I really want to start getting into a lot of bigger designs. Start looking at what replaces these aging cruisers. We haven't built a new cruiser in a long time. And I think the Royal Navy would be like, okay, these guys have been the Carlisles and the Purser on the third refit, and these guys have just been the workhorses of the entire campaign, really, for us. The Perth class was constructed in 1908. They've had three refits since then, and they are really, really good cruisers. Probably one of the best cruisers I've ever designed, and one that I'm actually really happy with, which is an odd thing for me to say I'm happy with a cruiser design. The Carlsbad class, similar problem, designed in 1914, so these are World War I era cruisers still seeing active service. But they have had an extensive refit history and they are still kicking and they've done quite well for themselves. So I figured this episode we would take a peek at maybe designing two cruisers to replace the Perth and the Carlisles. And I think what I might do is design one kind of like the town class like cruisers. So Edinburgh, Belfast, uh, Sheffield, I think was in that class too. For those of you who are more familiar with those names. And then I want to design one kind of like the Dido class, like a dedicated anti-aircraft cruiser. I think that would be fun. Now we do have these new hulls, we have not designed on. And if we have time, I think we'll take a peek at them, maybe build like a larger light cruiser class, kind of function as cruiser leads, like we designed the original design for the, what's it called? I got rid of most of the old cruisers we never built. But there was a class of heavy cruisers we built as kind of a cruiser leader, and I'm wondering maybe we design a couple for service, maybe in faraway ports. They can kind of be their own flagship. I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the Modern Light Cruiser 2. I'm going to use HMS Belfast as a reference because I have a nice model of her in 150 1556, I believe, scale. Maybe, I can't remember. She's either 1 in 556 or 1 in 700. So I'm going to set her right down here where I can see her. She's got a couple of bent turret things. I need to get in here. I need to get in here and finish painting the camouflage eventually. One of the few warship models that I'm actually like done with. I did a decent job on the camouflage. I'll take a look in a while. Anyway, um, problem. Very hard to design this because I can't design it using this hull. I actually have to use a different hull, and I can't remember which one it is. It might be this one. Let's see. It's this one. So, a problem. If I was to design a 1-to-1 scale HMS Belfast, this doesn't work. I cannot. Come on. See, I can't move the turret forward. Like that. Like that's roughly where it's placed on the actual ship. Like just looking at my model kit here. Oh, fire department's coming by, meaning the dog is howling. It's like I can't put a 6-inch gun turret there, even though that's where it's actually placed on the actual HMS Belfast. So we're gonna have to do a similar and different cruiser, which sucks because I've really wanted to build an HMS Belfast design for some time. But these will be our town class light cruisers nonetheless. I still can't even use the right tower. Like, it doesn't even have the right I don't think we even have the towers in the game if you wanted to build a one-to-one. Um, no, not this hull. Definitely not this hull. Yeah, you don't even have the right tower to build um, HMS Belfast or the town class overall as a designing game, which sucks because I was really, really looking forward to designing a, a town class equivalent just as a nod to the actual. That's not good. What just fell? Oh, one of the turrets popped out. As a nod to the cruiser class. Okay, but back on topic. Let's, I guess, go back to this modern light cruiser. We have a lot of heavy cruiser hulls we haven't taken a look at yet. I think that'll be next episode. We'll look at heavy cruisers. So I think 30. What can the Carlsbad's hit? These 32, 32. I think if we can get 34 out of them, we're gonna try. 6-inch guns, of course, is going to be the goal. Maybe I should just do a video essay on improvements that could be made to this game. Would you guys watch that? If I made a video essay going over like things I think the game could do better? I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section. Double stack, already pretty balanced. I think we'll start with our AA cruisers. We'll just go with the Dido class, just so I can keep an eye on which one's which. I think these guys are going to be our anti-aircraft cruisers. So this right here would be a spot where I would say, okay, if I had those. So last episode, if you didn't watch it, I don't know why you're watching this episode first, but while you're down there looking for which episode this is, so you can figure out if you're ahead or behind, hit that subscribe button and all that. I don't say that near often enough as I should. But I talked last episode towards the end about the octuple 40mm pom-pom mounts that the British used. Like right here would be a perfect spot for them. Like right here, if I had that right tower, I would say an octuple here, and maybe some like Orlican guns if we were to use US terms, like 20mm here, 20mm here, maybe an octuple here, an octuple here, just so they can fire straight up. And then of course you'd have the step up secondary tower where you'd have two barbettes for 6-inch guns. Again, that's just me doing history things, trying to complain about whatnot. So these guys are going to need the best radar. We are going to give them sonar. I expect these guys to be able to handle submarines effectively. Auto 2 reloading. These are 6-inch 45s, correct? They are. 2 powder. We're going to do standard ratio, high capacity, increased HE. You will get some piercing. Now let's do the engines. Oil 2, and then gear turbines. Box 4, shaft 3, semi-bats. I bet you the range, yeah. We'll drop that range down. You don't need that much. It's a light cruiser after all. It's not designed to go sail around the world 8 times over. We'll do barbette 3, forced. prep 5. Um, armor. I'm gonna try a 4. Can I get 5? Okay, wait, what's the max armor? 6? 6 all around? Maybe a 6-5-5, and then deck can exist. Maybe like a 3-2-2-4-2. Huh. We have an aft weight offset again. Again, this is where aircraft facilities part of the game. This up. But yeah. Maybe we don't do 34. Maybe we just stick with 32. A little bit slower than most light cruisers, but I think it'll be alright. These guys are pretty quick anyway. I haven't dropped these down to 1.6 yet. I should probably do that. Right here, maybe like a centralized octuple mount. Um, bring this back just ever so slightly. We go. Oh, badly placed. 1-4. Just freaking out over nothing. There we go. That's a pretty good cruiser. Knocked that out pretty quick. Uh, Turret armor could be changed though. Some guns have a poor sector of fire. It's fine. These things are really there just to shoot. I wonder if I stuck. Can I get this to fit? Oh, I could. Get like side launch torpedoes. Kind of a last ditch thing if you have to use these tubes, but you have underwater tubes, which is a bit of a shame. Um, Again, this is an anti-aircraft cruiser, not designed to torpedo things. It's designed to protect the fleet with copious amounts of 40 millimeter. Wonder if I can get a bet here. Maybe that would help. There you go. Anti-aircraft cruiser. There's no aircraft in the game, I know, but I think having a design like this, we'll build some. It's not like I'm not going to build them. I mean, this is a really good cruiser anyway. Can I get up to 34 again? 33? I can do 33. Yeah. Let's do this. And this would be kind of our general purpose AA cruisers. So these guys would stick in the back line and defend the battleships and whatnot. Now for our town class. Sort of, uh, design. Let's do the advanced escort cruiser. Well, maybe. I don't like how high it is. Just how far up it is. Um, you could play around with this design. I'll work on the town class design a little bit later. I think I want to design these escort cruisers, get them out of the way. Neptune. Anti-aircraft guns. Let's do funnels. Do funnel, funnel. Hmm. I like where this design is going. It's always a dangerous thing for me to say. Do some upgrades first to the hull, and then we'll see where we end. So maybe these guys could be. Maybe I'm writing off this design without giving it proper. Be like enforcer cruisers at this rate. Just rock up on an area and say, hey, maybe you should cut that out. It's not a bad idea per se, but at the same time, 100% sure. These just do not want to go 34. All right, we're going to do, I think we're going to do the same armor scheme. So 6, 5, 5, 3, 2, 2, 4, 2. Gonna barb it. That doesn't help much. What if we slowed these guys down? And then we move to funnel. Get that more centralized. And we still need to lose weight. I want to say it's the towers that are a major contributor to this weight problem. The hull itself is already heavy. So I haven't even put torpedoes on this yet, which is another issue. Um, hmm. Bet you it's the tower. Yeah, it's the tower. Okay, it's definitely the towers. All right, let's go down a tier, maybe. Readjust this. Maybe we'll go down a couple of tiers on the secondary tower. Give us a little bit more wiggle room. All right, that's much better. Torpedoes. These guys are really going to be some sort of enforcer cruisers. Good night. 21 inch. And then this would probably be aircraft facilities here for float planes. What is bonuses? Plus 141.4% long range shooting, plus 40% base accuracy, accuracy managed fire, 284% aim speed. Nice. Pitch and roll are a little excessive, but most of that's from the just how tall the hull is. We can widen it. That probably help a little bit. Maybe drop the draught. Yeah. Uh, Pitch is a little extreme, but let me double check this. Okay. Maybe we centralize a little bit. Just a little bit closer to center. Hmm. Trying to get this to be a little bit more stable. It's as wide and low as it can be. So this might be the best we can get here. Might just have to eat it at this rate. Not quite the design I was looking for, but it's got utility. Sure. Maybe one more design? Big light cruisers. Okay. I hate these targeting control types. They look so weird. But I could. Oh, I got an idea. I got an idea. There's an American light cruiser kind of like this, where they had 5-inch guns instead. Let's just put 6s there. We have to build at least one of these. Just, oh. I should probably tone down the levels of excessive before it gets out of hand. Maybe instead, we don't do 6s. I know. I know. What if we did 4s? 4-inch 35s. It'd still technically be primary armament, which is the only thing I foresee being a problem. But at the same time, it's just fun. If I can get this to slightly more elevated. excessive. Hmm. 30 knot gun cruiser. I think that's what we name it. I think we just call it HMS Excessive. I can't wait to deploy this on some poor light cruisers and just watch HE shells just slam into the hull. All right. Oh, I think that's going to do it for this episode. And then next episode, I think what we'll do is we'll look at heavy cruisers, and then we're going to start building some of these ships. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will, excuse me, see you in the next one.